So today I thought I would do something a little bit different and kind of show you what I generally do when I'm going on my trip, and how I pretty much film everything and put everything together. So I wouldn't normally show these parts when I'm walking down the road and stuff like that. I normally wait till I get to the spot that I'm gonna film at and then start filming. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a behind the scenes, and we can see where we end up going with this. I just need to put my dog on the leash and so I can bring her with. So she loves our walks. It's always good to take her with anyway. Makes these adventures a little bit more fun having a little companion with me. But sometimes the first part of it can be a little bit annoying and she doesn't always listen. But once we're in the forest or whatever, it tends to get a bit easier because I can just let her go. So I pretty much always start off with us going down this long road and seeing where we end up. Sometimes I go up this first hill here, and other times I'm up, there's a hill behind the fog but you can't really see it. Today I'm going to be going into a forest behind that area. I'm just going to walk out there and we can carry on from there because there's no point in me talking all the way on this road. Now we're pretty much at the point where I end up going down there. There's a little bridge where I cross over the water, and Luna generally knows this is where we're going, so she ends up pulling me down a bit. So yeah, she knows that we have to go down here. Obviously she has to smell some stuff first. And yeah, anyway, Luna, hey puppy, can you go down? So I have to be a bit careful here. Whoa, I'm already falling over. She just drags me down, and right now it's really slippery here. It's been raining a lot, so the snow's not exactly at its best. Luna, wait, stay. So it's pretty much at this point where I can let her go, and she gets to go and have some fun while I have some fun taking some photos. So it's at this point where I'll pretty much decide where I start filming things and do my B-roll and stuff. So I'm gonna go over one more bridge there, and then I start heading off into the forest. So at this point I can pretty much start with getting my other camera out and figuring out some B-roll to use. So I like to use both my cameras to do this. Right now I'm filming on my Canon, and but most of the time I'll shoot my B-roll on my Sony just because I get the 120 FPS, which means I get to do slow motion, which I really like. And that's generally quite a nice thing to have, that's for sure. So I'll just stick it on a tripod. I'll generally keep it low because I like to get that low angle from the ground. I think it looks a bit nicer. Okay, so that's it. Got the camera set up, got my focus pretty much where I want it, and press record if it records, and go for a walk. It's not in my journey back that I can sometimes be a bit silly. I'll run back, or sometimes I fall over, dog almost hits the camera. That happens quite often. And that's the first clip pretty much done. So my only problem now is that I have to carry around 2 cameras and 2 tripods, which makes this a little bit more difficult to get around sometimes. But getting a nice video in the end is pretty much worthwhile. So what I'll do is I'll go through here and look around, look at the branches and stuff, see what I could use for B-roll. It's always nice just to get those really nice little details. So I already found something from this tree up here. I'll just get my focus into a nice spot here. I'm actually using a manual lens right now. So I'll get it into a nice little bit of focus and record and just follow the trees a bit. And generally that's pretty much good enough most of the time. Sometimes I don't use every clip. I'll tend to record a couple of these until I get the right clip that I think works perfectly and isn't too shaky or has the right lighting and the right color. So at this point, I'll pretty much get into my introduction and tell you guys what I'm doing. So I do like to adjust things a little bit here, just to make it a little bit more nice in the background. So zooming in will blur out the background a little bit, but you still get to see what's there, which is nice. So yeah. Hey everyone, today I'm just out in the forest and I'm just gonna do a nice simple video today. I'm not gonna do anything major, I've just got a simple setup with me. And today I'm also gonna be testing out a manual lens. This is the Voigtlander 40mm f2. And I thought it'd be quite cool to test out in the forest. It's been raining a lot this week, so pretty much half of the snow is actually gone, which kind of sucks. But getting out in the forest, there's always something to find. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. So let's just see what we end up finding, and hopefully I'll get some good images with this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Simple way of doing it, just make a video. But what I will say is I'm not going to record showing you every bit of B-roll I take, because obviously you already saw what I did and how I kind of get into it. It's going to be the same thing pretty much all the time. It's just going to be different things, different branches, bits of snow, me walking. So I won't do that the whole time. It's more just discussing with you about what I'm doing, what's my mindset when I'm out here. And also we'll probably go back to the house afterwards, and I'll sit by the computer, edit the photos, and you get to see what I've taken. And yeah, hopefully this video won't end up being too long, and hopefully this video won't be boring either. But some of you kind of were interested in seeing the behind the scenes, and well, I wouldn't normally do this, but I thought, why not? It'd be pretty cool to show. But I just, like I said, I don't want to make this too long. So at this point, I probably filmed maybe the first half of my video with B-roll. So it's around now where I start to look around a little bit more, look at my surroundings, and try and find the subject that I'm going to photograph. Because when I get to that point, that's when I discuss what I'm going to be doing. And then I film some more B-roll again once I've done the photo, things like that. Sometimes I'll even get my drone out now, but I didn't bring it today, mainly because it's quite wet out today, and I'm not one to risk that and ruin a drone. Plus I've actually been doing some work with it lately, so equipment that I tend to do paid jobs with, I am a little bit more safe with. Obviously these cameras are things I do paid jobs with too, but I do look after my gear quite well. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to head off, find a composition that I want, and then we'll carry on filming from there. So I'm at a point now where I think I found something, and yeah, I took my jacket off, it's getting a bit warm. But anyway, I have this tree here, and what I end up doing now is I'll get my camera out and I'll just start to look around, take a couple of shots, see what kind of aperture works, what will work best, what's going to look sharpest, what's going to look nicest. There's fog every now and then that keeps coming through here, so I generally will work that out first. And sometimes I'll do this and I actually end up not even showing you guys the photo, and I don't even tell you about it, because sometimes I think it's cool but it ends up actually not being that great. So this might be one of those cases, but I think right now it doesn't matter too much. Today's a little bit dull and there's actually not much going on. I'm not finding exactly what I'm wanting, but this video is about behind the scenes and seeing what I go through, and sometimes I actually end up not getting anything, and sometimes I'll go home without even putting the video together, because that's just how it works sometimes. But anyway, as I work out what I'm gonna do, I think, yeah, so once I've found a aperture and everything that I want, shutter speed, and feel like the exposure is the way I want it, then I start talking to you guys. So it looks like I've just found my first composition. There's this tree here with this bright greenish moss just growing on the side of it. The tree's pretty rotten, so it's basically dead, but there's just bits of bark that are kind of falling off of it. There's bits of moss hanging off the top edges of it, which I think is really nice. And shooting at 40mm, I think I'll get quite a nice bit of tree in here. But every now and then, some of the fog rolls in as well, which I think will add a little bit more to this image if it comes back in. I'm hoping that the fog does come back in, and that will just help with making this photo just work a little bit more. Hopefully it turns out to be a good image, but I'm not entirely sure yet. And I'm actually going to shoot this one in f2.8. The lens is an f2, but by stopping it down, I'll bring back some of that sharpness. And I don't really care so much about the background. I want that to be blurred out. So focusing mainly on this tree, getting the detail from the tree, I think will work out really well. And I'm also shooting at 250th of a second, and I'm at ISO at 320. So I'm just gonna see how this ends up looking, and hopefully this will be a nice image. So yeah, that's pretty much how I end up doing this. So now I'll find how I actually want to take the shot. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't work out, but in this case, you guys will actually see this image this time around. But I actually think I would have skipped this one. Looks kind of nice though, but as I said, it would be really nice with that fog. I think that would add, it would just really add something else into this. Let's see if I can show you guys. So that's probably a bit hard to see, but I'm focusing on this lower bit of the tree here. But I think if there was fog just coming into the background there now, it would have really made this image work. But again, it all depends how I end up editing this as well. And that will definitely be the thing that will either make or break the image. So, looks like there's a bit of mist coming back in now. So I'm just gonna wait here for a minute or so. Okay, so the weather actually decided to change quite a lot. Instead of the fog coming in, it started snowing, which I wasn't expecting because today the forecast was saying that it wasn't going to snow. It was supposed to be raining. So yeah, I haven't really got my gear to keep my equipment dry. So that's not that great, but yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But at this point anyway, I would normally just be going out and finding some more images to take and doing a lot more B-roll. So it's pretty much everything already that you've seen. So what I might do is I'm just gonna basically start walking, and what I might do is just end the video a bit sooner because, well, I'm not really sure if you guys need to have everything filmed. It's just going to be very repetitive. So what I'll do now, I think, is I'll just walk around a bit more, go through the forest, and see what other images I can take. And then what we'll do is we'll meet up back by the computer. Okay, this gets a bit heavy sometimes. We'll meet up back by the computer and I'll quickly edit the images and leave it to that. But yeah, was not expecting the snow, wasn't supposed to be snowing. Kind of happy about it though. I do enjoy the snow and the fact that it's been raining so much now. I was really hoping that the snow would come back, so hopefully this sticks. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what I do next, and then I'll probably end up heading off home. She's having a bit of fun running around everywhere, so yeah, she's having a good day basically. Okay, so I'm back, and now it's time for me to upload everything onto the computer and go through the photos and see what I got. But today wasn't that great of a photo day for me. I didn't really find things I would generally want to find that much of. I took some photos, of course, but I think on a day like this I probably would never have uploaded the video. But this is what I wanted you guys to see, so obviously I've uploaded it. But first, I need some coffee, so I'm gonna go make that one first while I wait. Much better. Always good to have coffee to get the work going. Anyway, I need to now take out the memory card I have for the video part, and then I'll put the memory card in with the photos on, if I can find the hole. And then I'll open Capture One. This episode is actually sponsored by Capture One, so if you want to try it out, make sure to use the link below, and you can use the 30-day trial period. Otherwise, if you're going to buy it, make sure to use the link, because I get a little bit something out of it. I get a little bit of money, a little bit to help me along the way. But yeah, anyway, if you want to check it out, then do so. So what I'll do now is I'll make a new session within Capture One and put a photo folder within the folder I've made for the video, and then I will upload the images through that. So I'll just let the images upload and let the previews load, and then what I'll do is I'll start editing the images. And generally what I'll do with images is I'll take the noise reduction away, I add a bit of sharpness in, I adjust the colors a little bit, add some vignette and some contrast, and maybe brighten up the image a little bit, but we'll see what I end up doing. But otherwise, I'm just going to run through this fast, and then you guys get to see the images once I've done. So that's pretty much the photo editing done, and I hope you enjoyed what I did with those images. And now it's on to putting the video together, and obviously you're already seeing it, but I still have to make it. And right now I don't have much time, because I'm actually supposed to be meeting somebody right now to go and film something for a project that I'm doing at the moment. And I'm not sure when my next video will be out, because next week I'm actually going up to a place called Dovrefjell, which I was at last year, and I was photographing muskox. So I'm going to be doing the same this time, except this time it's going to be 3 days out, and I'm hoping to possibly make 3 videos doing muskox photography, and hopefully some other things as well, but we'll just have to see. So I'm not really sure if I'll be able to make a video before that. And also right after that trip I'm going to the west side of Norway, so I won't be able to post anything probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks, but we'll have to see. If I manage to get something out, that'll be great, but otherwise I hope you guys will be looking forward to the videos I make up on Dovrefjell. But I think it's going to be pretty great. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the little bit of a behind the scenes, getting to see a little bit more in how I put my videos together. I'm not sure if I've done this very well, but it was worth a try. Not actually easy to film, but yeah, I wanted to do it. So again, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below if there's something you would actually like to see again, or maybe you'd like me to do this again, or try my videos in a different way. But otherwise, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down, and I'll see you all next time.